Morning, everybody. This is a wrap up for Operation Rage. Me and Bandit versus the General and Panther George. Bandit and I won with the Allies. We were able to knock them down to 3, 6, 7 victory points. It was a good game. I learned a lot. Tried some new technology that's very interesting. Um, the Axis were aggressive right off the jump, coming out turn one, attacking the U.S. and Britain. I think it was turn one or turn two, um, and doing that very early, minimizing the U.S. bonus. Early on, I think the Italians were able to take Cairo in turn two or turn three. But as soon as Britain got their tech, they put an air base in Gibraltar and used their tech to wipe out the Italian fleet off of Cairo. And after that, they weren't able to reinforce, so they slowly got ground down by the British factory over here and the Commonwealth coming up from the south. So outside of keeping Italy well protected, the Italians sort of, I don't know, they didn't do much there. They were pretty well hunkered down. Tried heavy bombers as the Americans. That worked out pretty decently, I thought. I was able to put lots of troops, lots of places. Got American troops in China that did a little bit of work, but I had bombers flying out of Moscow, bombers flying out of India. Over here, a couple of Japanese fleets died off of Western Australia, once to the British and once to the Americans. The shipyards is great tech for Japan. We were able to pick off a lot of Japanese Navy early, and that helped because once the shipyards were turned on, they've got 4 carriers left, and I killed a couple. But putting a couple factories here, putting ships into here with the port right there. It's an interesting design feature with the port being in both sea zones. But that meant they couldn't press full bore into China, and we were able to make sure to keep China, and they were able to come up here and do a little bit of damage, but they were pretty much ground down and couldn't reinforce because they were busy elsewhere. Misreading of the rules allowed us to snag the Philippines and Guam there in turn 7 or turn 8, and but sorry, man. Yeah. It's tricky as the U.S. You only have so many turns of stuff. You got a lot of money, but the last 2 turns are, I don't know, hard because you're not able to get things over. But Russia, both Germany and Russia did artillery as tech. Sensible choices for both, Russia especially. The extra spaces, I played space for time against Germany until their blitz was used, and then I was able to firm up. But I kept attacking Leningrad. I think we traded it back and forth a couple of times before overwhelmingly the Germans were able to come this way. But I just kept pulling my factories out of the way of the blitz, and once the blitz was gone, things were a little bit more certain. But I just traded space for time, as Russia does. Great game. I'm trying to think of anything else. Bad dice over here in the Navy. I only really put one fleet over there as the Americans, and that was with the big bonus turn. And then we brought it up there. Germans killed it there, but the transports were able to save themselves, and they were useful there at the end. So, all right. Well, that's it. Thanks, guys. Onward to the next one.